the assists on. But if you're like me and you don't want to use assists, then you're in the crap basically. It essentially just makes you drive slower. And the problem is, if you drive slower in fear of the car spinning out, I mean it's even going now and I'm not going very quick, then your tyres are going to go cold. If your tyres go cold, you're going to spin out even more. Now this is the view that I would usually use to go quick in this car, so do one more lap in this view. It can't get it tucked into the apex, which means we're running out wide. No confidence in this car at the moment, and it's trying to kick again under braking. Now, I don't mind a car that's a little bit happy on the rear end, as long as it's controllable. Which this almost is. Bye bye cone. So what'll be quite interesting is I'm going to finish this lap and I'm going to whack the assists on and just show you sort of what the difference is. What will then be interesting is if I was to go to Donington Park in free practice in this car and see if I can get it to handle better using the setup. See, now that's a 131.3. okay, it wasn't a particularly great lap, but I never feel with that particular setup, with the way that that car's handling, that I could get a good lap out of that car. The faster you try and go, the more the car wants to spin on you. And I usually go on a sort of rule of thumb, well, go slower to go faster. But in this car, you try doing that, and it tends to want to just spin out on you. Okay, so let's whack the assists on. And let's go and see what happens now. Or doesn't happen. Now for me it's quite frustrating when you get a car that's very uncontrollable. It's frustrating for me because it does make you feel like you don't know how to drive, and when you kind of do know how to drive a little bit, it's very annoying. But if that means you've got to play about with the setup to get it to work, then okay, so be it. But I think a lot of people will be put off with this game because of how in-depth the menu screens are and the setup is. They may be put off by all that. Okay, I'm going to do a couple of laps on this view, so again you can see steering input. Now I don't think I'll get up to the excuse me, the sort of times that I did when I was actually trying to go for the top time, simply because of how long I've been awake. I'm never going to drive as good, but you'll see the difference. Now I need to remember I can brake harder there now because I've got ABS on. So we're able to go much more aggressive on the downshift without fear of the car spinning out on me. can even knock it down to first gear with no fear of spinning, because the stability control is taking care of that. But I don't want that. Easily fully on the brakes, but I've just not turned enough there. I am making a few mistakes now. That's tiredness for you. But what I find interesting here as well is by putting the assists on, somehow it's made the front end more grippy, which shouldn't really be the case. Make the rear more grippy, yes, because of the traction control. Unless it's because of the ABS, because it's not locking up. That's not going to make it. Well, you see, if I'd have had assists off then, I'd have been spinning. No doubt about it, with how much I was on the brakes. Okay, I'm going to change view again. Obviously it does get a little bit sideways even with traction control on, so you can still have a little bit of fun with it. Well, I'm struggling to get it into the apex of the old hairpin. Now, it's not really surprising that having the assists on does make cars more drivable, potentially a little bit quicker. But for me, especially with the way the time trial is, it'd just be nice if the potential was there to edit the car setups so that I could get the car to go as quick with no assists on. Oh, carried too much speed through the corner. That's one thing I have noticed with having the assists on, is that because you can go quicker, it is kind of easy to take too much speed through corners and end up going off. But if you're not used to having the ABS, it's easy to forget how aggressive you can be on the brake pedal. I was fully on the brakes there. If I did that with ABS off, it'd have spun. And I will admit, this is a fun car to drive. I mean, with the assists on, it's not a bad little car to drive. With the assists off, it's absolutely horrible. Now, I am tempted to just keep going here until I beat my previous personal best, but I really don't think I'm going to be able to do it at this time. Oh, definitely not if I go on the grass there. Oh, well, I was up on the lap. Not enough to get in the 27s though. Big wiggle then from being on the grass under braking. Well, I mean, this definitely was a car that under braking, under heavy braking, did like to spin a lot like the Formula A car did. So I'm not going to go try beating the fastest lap there. I'm going to take it into time trial, not time trial, free practice at a different circuit and see if editing the setup can get the grip there. So I'm going to take the assists off again. I will come after that time trial time another day. Okay, so I'm going to free practice again and let's find a different track somewhere where this may struggle a little bit. Okay, Hockenheim GP. It's got some tight some tight corners with some heavy braking zones. So I'm going to go in, altering nothing to the setup. I haven't altered anything on it previously. No assist, we'll just go and see how it handles, and we'll try being aggressive on the downshifts in the heavy braking zones. Hang on, that's Hockenheimring, not Nürburgring. Wrong bloody track, Dave. To be fair, I didn't realise this had Hockenheimring on it. Shows how much attention I've really been moaning too much about pad users, assist users, that I hadn't even noticed that it had the Hockenheimring on. I do like the Hockenheimring, but for what I'm trying to do here, it's only got one corner where it'd show it, and that's the hairpin at the end of the straight. Whereas the Nürburgring has a few more corners which could show the issue. Nürburgring GP I want, but now I do know the Hockenheimring's on here. I am going to have a go at that at some point in the next few days. So I do like the Hockenheimring, although the original circuit still the best. I miss that one. I mean, I've noticed the track on here, Brno, BRNO, however you pronounce it. That's got a couple of corners that are reminiscent of the old Hockenheimring, sort of fast long corner into a chicane. Okay, so no setup, no assists. Let's just go and see how the car handles. Obviously we've got cold tyres to start off with. I have been told there's a couple of ways you can get your tyres warmed up. One of which is to do a couple of donuts, so I'm going to give it a try. Well, didn't work for me. Maybe that's another pad hack. Well, I've done 3 or 4 donuts there, and my tyres are still blue. Now what I've probably done is, because tyre wear or damage is on in free practice,